Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna show you how to do an oil change on this Opel Corsa C from 2003. First, make sure that you've got 5 liters of oil with the correct viscosity. Also the oil filter with the rubber gasket for the oil filter cap. So if you go on the owner manual, if you still have it, to the page 247, you will find this graph which shows you exactly the viscosity of the oil and the temperature with approximation. So if let's say I'm gonna live in an area where I know in the winter it's gonna be minus 25, I'm good to go with 5W40. But if let's say you've got a diesel engine, you live in an area where it's minus 35 in the winter, then you have to go with 0W30. So just have a look on this graph and you can see these letters are representing the engines, gasoline and diesel. So let's have a look on how to do this job. On the engine bay, you can locate the oil dipstick, engine oil filling cap, which needs to be open like that while I'm opening from the bottom, and the oil filter cap. On the dipstick, you can inspect the quality of the oil. It's also worth to check if the engine has oil, because a lot of cars on the roads these days, they run with low engine oil. A lot of failures and extra costs will come if the engine oil is not on the correct level for a long time. So with that being said, with a 32mm socket and an extension, you can go ahead and undo the oil filter cap. Shouldn't be so tight, but anyway. Next step is to lift the front of the car and place it on jack stands. You're gonna have a couple of points where you can lift it and then you can place it under the frame. Just find a solid point and make sure that you don't hurt yourself while doing this. So if you have a look under the car, you will find right in the middle the exhaust pipe, and on the passenger side is the oil panel, which has a T40 Torx, and that's gonna be the drain bolt for the oil. So take your socket and place it on a ratchet. Make sure that you press while you twist, because it's very easy to round up this type of bolts. I'm not sure why they put this on the drain bolt, but anyway. So let's see, hopefully I'm not gonna round it up. There we go. So again, it's very important that you press the socket into the hole, otherwise, and it's not gonna be nice to work on that after you round it up. So have prepared some sort of container to catch the old oil under. Just open it like that. When you are about to remove it completely, you can just take it apart like that. When all the oil is drained out, you can go ahead and tighten it back. Just make sure that you don't cross over the threads. And if you have a torque wrench, apply around 15 foot-pounds. That's gonna be like when it's hand tightened like that, just turn it a little bit more and you should be good to go. It's time to remove the filter as well and replace it. Sometimes the filter is stuck in there, sometimes it comes together with the cap, and it has to come out. So the process is quite straightforward. Take the old one and place the new one. Make sure that they match in size and shape and everything. This is not a cartridge oil filter, and therefore you don't need to fill it up with oil before installing it back, because the oil, it comes directly from the oil panel. If you have the new rubber gasket, for the oil cap filter, then just remove the old ring. It's not absolutely necessary to remove and replace this, but if you have a new one, you can do that, why not? And also if it's damaged, then you need to replace it, otherwise the oil will leak. So just slide the new O-ring on this cap. Make sure that you don't stretch it too much. Once it's on around the cap, you can go ahead and tighten it back. And down here you've got the torque specs, which is 25 Newton meters. So if let's say you don't have a torque wrench, as most of you do not probably, so you can go ahead and once it's tightened in by hand, you can see the angle down here, and you can go 10 degrees, which is gonna be in this position, and that's gonna be enough. So let's see, from this position to this one, here we go. This is like approximately 25 Newton meters. Now it's time to add the new oil. So just open this oil filler and pour in with approximation first as much oil as you removed. So I think I removed like 4 liters, so I'm gonna put first 4 of these bottles. Right, so let's check the oil dipstick in order to get the correct measurements of the oil. Also make sure that the level is when the car is straight and flat on the ground. Let's say the level is at this point, you can add safely half of liter, and it's gonna be somewhere in between half or even a little bit more, and that's what you want to have. Once the oil level is correct, tighten back this oil cap, and that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos about this car or many other cars, make sure that you subscribe and check out the other videos as well. I make a lot of in-depth videos about cars on how to test them and diagnose different components, which might be useful in your situation. So until next time, drive safe so I can see you soon.